My name is Daniel Riddle, and I actually graduated from UVU, but I spent my first 4 years of college at BYU. Uh, I started in 2012, came back from a mission in 2015, and went through 2018, and then transferred to UVU and graduated from UVU in 2020. And I studied lots of different things. At BYU, I had 5 different majors. Did a lot of ballroom dance, but I ended up graduating in geology in the end. Well, there were a lot of reasons, but I mean, the biggest one was being gay. I had been dating guys already. Um, about a year after I got home from my mission, I started dating guys, and then I stopped for a year because I was repenting, and then I started again, and by that point, I was kind of tired of lying, and using not like I would talk about dating, but I would use non-gender specific pronouns and I would talk about even making out and stuff and oh yeah, but I couldn't even say what I meant to my friends, so I was kind of tired of lying, and so I wanted to leave BYU because I wanted to be able to come out fully. So, I mean, it started out really great. I was one of those kids that BYU was always my dream. As long as I can remember, even thinking about going to college. Both of my parents went to BYU. I had a sister that attended BYU, and I only had applied to 3 colleges in high school, and I wanted to go to BYU, and I got in, and I was so excited. So it was good at first, and ballroom dance. I was part of the ballroom dance company for the 4 years that I was there, and that was really one of the great parts too. My time on the company ended around the same time that I was considering transferring to UVU, so it kind of felt like everything that was it felt like the things that were keeping me at BYU were winding down because I wasn't going to do ballroom, be a part of the company anymore, and I didn't want to stop dating guys, and I wanted to be more open about that. Um, and so I guess, yeah, it started off great, but just as I felt like I was always hiding something, and I felt like I couldn't be my complete self. Then I was I started looking to transfer. For me, I was I was very lonely. I felt that I couldn't tell a lot of people about being gay, and I felt that as I started dating guys that I couldn't be fully out with them, and I felt that I couldn't really be worthy of having a boyfriend or their love because I wasn't being authentic. I still feel those things sometimes. Um, but yeah, I went to a lot of therapy for being lonely and sad about those things. It's been really good for the most part. I've said before that I can't say that coming out made me cured me and made me a happy person all of a sudden. I've definitely had there have been times when I've been maybe even more depressed as an out gay man than I was as a closeted Mormon. And as I've let go of the religion too, I'm not really religious at all anymore, and I can't always say that I'm happier because of it, but I do feel that I am living true to myself, so I am happier, and it's been good, but there are also hard times. So I'm not sure how to answer that question fully. Well, it came on. I mean, I should have known earlier because I had always been curious about guys, um, silly things like the men's underwear section at whatever department store, um, or I was jealous of the popular guys, and I wanted to be like them, but it didn't really hit me until I was rejected from my mission call. Like, it got delayed initially because of an issue I had with I was looking at pornography, and they were like, "Oh, you have to take care of this," and then they were like, "Oh, it's gay porn. Oh, well, now we have to like send you to LDS Family Services, and you need at least 6 months of sobriety from that before you can serve a mission." Um, and then I was like, "Oh, maybe this is a real thing." So I guess I never said I am gay, I'm attracted to men until after that initial rejection from serving a mission. Like I said, it was always my dream, and I wanted to do ballroom dance. I wanted to be on their touring team. I never was, but I that's what I wanted. And I also just thought that BYU was kind of like the like God's gift to the world. I grew up in Provo, so it had been built up upon this pedestal. Like, as I've lived other places and I've learned, like, a lot of people, maybe they've heard of BYU, but it's definitely not like the end all to higher education. So I guess when it got knocked down a few notches, then I was less overcome with this fascination with BYU, and that it was everything. Yeah, I was a freshman at BYU. You know, pre-mission, and it was scary at first. I was like, initially, I was like, this is scary, and I guess I kind of had to come out twice, both to myself and to family. Um, I came out as being attracted to men, and then my family, they were okay with it, and they loved me, but I was still gonna marry a woman, right? And then I came out again later, both to myself and to them, um, as no, I'm gonna date guys. I want to marry a man. So it feels like my experience as a gay Mormon or ex-Mormon now, but it was that I had to come out twice, and I still have to sometimes. Yeah. I would say that don't be afraid of the counseling center. I went there, and it started me on my path to leave BYU, but it really helped. The therapists are super nice. I went to a year. I was part of one of the first groups that they made specifically for LGBT students, and I did the group therapy for a year. So I would say don't be afraid to get some counseling, because it's really hard to navigate coming out and dealing with being queer. And I would also say um, don't be afraid to leave BYU if that's the best option for you. I kind of felt ashamed of leaving BYU sometimes. Sometimes I felt like people that stuck it out at BYU, they were like, "Oh, well, you couldn't have handled it." I mean, like, no, I had a good GPA. I was like doing fine, but it was the best thing for me to leave, and I would say don't be afraid of that option.